Hello and welcome to today's video on how I built out the perfect chatbot for anyone who is an online coach, consultant, or social media influencer, or if you're someone who is developing chatbots for this type of industry. Now, if you are looking to sell more courses, ebooks, online resources, book more calls, or sell out more events, this chatbot is for you because I specifically designed it to streamline your ability to sell out the resources and services that you offer. It really does reduce the friction for users visiting your website to buy what you are offering. Now, if you're new here, my name is Sierra Ryan, and I'm the founder of Botterra, an AI automation and development agency that specializes in helping business owners streamline their operations using AI automation. We also help other people looking to break into the AI automation industry have the resources that they need to be successful. So a quick rundown of this video and kind of what I used to build out this bot. We're going to start with a demonstration of this chatbot, and then I'm going to walk you through a quick rundown of how I built out the template. And keep in mind, I built out this chatbot using Voiceflow. It is my favorite chatbot builder. Honestly, I think it's the best one on the market right now. So if you're looking to build out your own chatbots, I highly recommend that you utilize Voiceflow. Now, before we jump into the demo, I just want to remind you that the template for this chatbot is in the description. If you want to make it easier on yourself to set this up, you don't want to build it from the ground up, I highly recommend that you go get that template. It will make your life so much easier because I have already done all of the hard technical work for you, and all you have to do is customize it for your specific use case. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and access that. But if you don't even want to have to worry about building this out at all, you can also contact us at Botterra to build out a similar solution like this just for you. All right, so here we are in the demo. I built out this chatbot for Gary Vaynerchuk and based it off of his website. Gary Vee is a very famous entrepreneur, author, and kind of an internet celebrity in entrepreneurship. I think that he's a really great guy, super inspiring, so I decided to dedicate this chatbot to him. Now, with that in mind, he offers a few things on his website and was kind of the perfect example for this chatbot because he does offer books, he hosts events, he has a ton of blogs, and he also has a really great about page. And these are all common things that online consultants or social media influencers might offer. But keep in mind, if you download this template, I actually included a lot more options for this. There is a resources section of this chatbot, which you can add on. There's also a scheduling a call portion of this chatbot, which you can also add on. But I felt like these four main functionalities kind of encompassed the main things that Gary Vee offered. So I focused on those aspects of this chatbot today. But keep in mind, there are other features that you can add to this to kind of customize for the specific type of consultant or online coach that you might be. So with that in mind, we're going to start by pressing on books. And this is basically just a catalog of all of Gary Vee's books. And if you go ahead and click on one of these, it is going to take you to the Amazon webpage to go purchase it and find out more about the book. So it really, really reduces the friction for people to purchase your resources, your books, your online courses. So I really like this feature. Now we're going to go ahead and press on events. And this is going to show us all of the upcoming events that Gary Vee is hosting. And I actually embedded a piece of his website onto here. So this is his web page that has all of his upcoming events on it. And I just embedded this into the chatbot to make it easily accessible. So we can see here that these are all of his upcoming events. Came out really nice, is formatted really well. And I did this using Voiceflow, which is basically an add-on to Voiceflow's functionality. And if you're looking to add this functionality to one of your chatbots, you have to use Voiceflow. They have a really great platform for doing these things, so I highly recommend it. But again, if we were to press on info here, we will be taken to Gary Vee's website or the website with more information about this event, and you can see everything about this event and how to sign up for it to get your tickets. So this is a super easy way to find out more about his events, really reduces the friction for people to sign up. Next, we have our blog search. Now, this is trained on a bunch of Gary Vee's blogs, and it basically allows you to ask a question or look for a specific type of topic, and it'll look through this database of blogs and spit out whichever blog it thinks most closely relates to what you're looking for. So I'm going to say, how can I start creating content? That should be good enough. I think you should have something on this topic. It's going to think for a second. Oh, boom. And we have a blog right here about how to start creating content. And we can press read more, and it'll take us directly to this blog. Now, you could kind of ask for anything about like something that Gary Vee might write a topic on, and this functionality will go through his blogs and try to find the one that closely correlates to what you're looking for. So I really, really like this feature. Now, lastly, we just have the About Gary Vee section, which is just telling you a bit about Gary Vee. Nothing crazy, not super complicated, but this just allows you to learn more. Press this, and you can read about his bio. So yeah, this will take you to the page where you can learn everything about him. But that is basically just a general rundown of this chatbot and its main functionalities. Once again, if you download the template actually has a lot more functionality set up within it, like a section where you can show a catalog of your free tools, your online courses, and even embed your Calendly to schedule calls. So the functionalities of this are very extensive with the template. However, I customized this specifically for Gary Vee's website. And you could do the same. Say that your client or you only offer online calls instead of books, or maybe you sell a masterclass instead of doing events. Then you can basically change out the different functionalities of this chatbot to align with your use case. So now that we have the demo out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the template that I created and kind of walk you through how all these functionalities work. It won't be super duper detailed, but I will walk you through each of the functionalities and what it is doing. This is a really great template. As you can see, it has a ton of functionalities over here, and you can interchange which functionalities you would like to use for your specific use case. But with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and start on the home block. It welcomes the user, and then we have a home menu here, which walks through the 4 main functionalities that I used for another example. And this is basically just a menu where you can add all of the different functionalities that you want your chatbot to have, and then connect it to an intent, which would be one of these things over here, one of these topics. So let's go ahead and start with blog search. The way that the blog search works was you start by having the user ask a question, and you capture it in the variable last utterance. Then you connect it to your Voiceflow API key here, the dialogue API. And by connecting it to the dialogue API, it can go ahead and pull outputs for blogs that it think might relate to what you're looking for. And then it's going to kind of reformat the name of that blog and then pull the URL that it got that information from so that it can put in the URL here. So as I mentioned, it will pull the name of the blog, and then it will also be able to pull the URL for the blog so that it can output all of those things in the form of a card. Now it's going to ask what else it can help you find, and that's going to send it right back to this home menu over here. Now let's go ahead and move into the courses functionality, which was not in the demo. But again, if you are a consultant, online coach, or maybe a social media influencer who offers courses, you can add this functionality on your own. And it's basically just a course catalog, kind of similar to the book catalog. And you just input course number 1, 2, 3, or more. Then you can add the URL here with a call to action via a button. And then it will take you to that URL. And once again, it'll ask you what else you're looking for, and it'll send you straight back to that home menu. Next, we have the free tools or resources. Now, this also was not in the demo, but this is another functionality that you can interchange with other things or add on. And the free tools is basically just being able to browse through the free tools that are offered. So say you have 2 different types of resources. Say you offer maybe like a masterclass and then a document about how to run your business. The first resource type could maybe be your masterclass, and the second resource type could be like your ebooks or something like that. And when the user presses which one they're looking for, it will link to a different card for those specific types of resources in those specific sections. And again, they'll connect to the URL that will send them to learn more about that feature or purchase it. Once again, it'll go back to this main menu card and send you back to the home page where you can select another functionality that you're looking for. Next, we have the About section. This is really, really simple. It's literally just a response AI block that's connected to your knowledge base. And all I told it was to do was, can you tell me about yourself? And or say, can you tell me about Gary Vee in this example? So just ask it to tell you about whoever you are, or what your business is. So we can leave that as that. And what it'll do is output a big chunk of text that kind of runs through a little bit of the About Me section. And then you can add a card here that will connect to a URL, which can connect to your bio or your About Me page. And then once again, it will be able to take you back to the home menu where you can select another functionality. Next, we have the book a call functionality, which again was not in the demo. However, this is just another functionality to add on. And what we did here was we embedded a Calendly calendar. So all you have to do is just embed your Calendly link here. And your Calendly calendar will basically be a pop-up, really similar to what you saw in the demo of Gary Vee's website. Your Calendly calendar will pop up exactly the same, and users can schedule a call with you in that functionality. It's super simple, it's super sleek and good looking. So I really like this functionality. It allows you to book calls with people or schedule consultations with people super duper easily in the chatbot. Now, here we are in the events section of the chatbot, and this is actually connected to Voiceflow, which is an extension of the Voiceflow functionality. It's its own application, but it helps give Voiceflow more functionalities to be able to embed websites, YouTube videos, upload files, and stuff like that. So I actually use their platform to create this website embed that you saw in the demo, where I basically embedded the page on Gary Vee's website that showed all of his upcoming events. Now, if you want to use this functionality, I did add some notes here that you do have to use Voiceflow, and I also linked to a tutorial for how to embed a website using Voiceflow. So all the steps that you need to do this will be on the template. You can find those links there. I'm not going to explain how I did this, but I'm basically just stating that I built this using Voiceflow, and all the resources that you need to learn how to embed website widgets will be using these links. Next, we have the book section, which I did have in the Gary Vee example. And this is basically just a carousel of all of the books that someone might offer. So you can add your book name, a description of the book. You can also add a link to the image of the book. And then this buy now button, you can embed the URL to go and buy the book. All right, so this is the closeout for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and following along in this tutorial and walkthrough. Just a reminder, make sure that you go ahead and download that template. Once again, it'll honestly make your life a lot easier because I already did all of the hard work for you. But again, thank you so much for joining me here today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave a comment with whatever type of chatbot you think I should build next, or if you have any questions about the one that I have built here today.